In this video, let's just mop up a little bit of what we missed in the last video on the timeline. So one of the things that I did want to make sure and mention is if whenever you want to delete something, we have the delete selected block here, and that really applies to anything. So it's the audio. So if I want to delete an audio clip or something like that, of course I can zoom out to see everything. And I can move around things as we've talked about. Now the playback head is another thing. You can scrub that around and see what's going on the stage in real time. And if you want to hear things adjusted, as I kind of pointed out last time, I can play this and I can adjust the audio, and it's going to reflect those changes as I make them. So I can be playing this, for example, and then I can go ahead and let's say I moved this. So I can do that. Now it did stop it when I moved it. You see that? But I can, of course, resume it. Now the space bar will stop and start it. So I can use that as a shortcut and just make fine-tune adjustments. So let's say that I wanted to tweak this and move it, and it wasn't in the right spot. I wanted to zoom in. I could basically kind of keep my finger over the space bar and be kind of just hitting it as I'm maybe trying to align this up as best I can or something like that, and just zoom in as much as I can and get some fine-tune adjustments. So I might be trying to match up the video with some audio, or the video with an image, or the text animation with one of the videos or something like that. And so that's something that you can just kind of keep doing. You can keep playing it, and it's going to jump. You notice that it kind of, we were over here and it jumped to where the playback head was. So it's going to do that. Now that's another thing, if I'm playing this, you'll see that it automatically jumps on the timeline, so it keeps up with it. And so just be aware that that's kind of what it's doing. So if it goes to the next stage and you see that jumping, it's because the timeline is trying to keep up with the playback head. And you can zoom that out to keep that from jumping as much. And so forth. So there you go. You have again the space bar is a toggle between stop and play, and of course this is we'll rewind it all the way back to the beginning, and that will pretty much get you going with the timeline. Now do note, I guess one final thing is I do have the readout up here. This tells me exactly where things are located, and that's helpful if I know, for example, that I want to do, okay, well, how long is this video here? I might go, okay, this starts at half a second and it goes all the way to, I can read this out. So this is a 10-second animation here. So that's the sort of thing that this is useful for. It'll give you the ability to make some calculations and know what the duration of these are. In future updates, we might be able to add things like some information in there also, like how much time that takes or something like that on the blocks where there's nothing, where there's room for something like that. But and for now, this little readout here will help you know where your playback head is here, but it also can be handy to kind of do some simple calculations of durations of different clips and stuff like that. So, if I know that I want to, I've created this animation here first, and then I might go ahead and edit a video to be 10 seconds long, or make my audio to be 10 seconds long, or something like that. And so it gives you the ability to kind of make those adjustments using this little readout up here.